these officials. It's not a crew that has worked together all year. But here's the guy, the closer.
Illegal contact, defense, penalty is declined, first down.
That's him pulling him off a little more gently, wasn't it?
Well, the last time it cost him about $8 grand.
But again, now you continue to do that. I mean, this is how you get in the end zone with this team. And again, the closer you get to the goal line, the bigger Hines Ward and Heath Miller become as your receivers.
10.5 to go. First down from the 14. JAJ Davenport started to look downfield before he collected it. It'll be second down and 10.
The Steelers had 2 tight ends in that time. 2 tight ends, 2 wide receivers. He really did have something there, because you see they had everyone over to the right. So back here to the left, they had nothing. And the defense was all off. And if JAJ Davenport catches that, that's going to be a big play. Look at this red zone here. Hines Ward, 6 touchdowns. Heath Miller, 6 touchdowns.
Second down and 10 from the 14-yard line. Off the fake to the end zone, caught by Miller. Touchdown. Ward and Miller. They'll go for 2.
There he is. He just gets up beyond the linebackers, runs a little skinny post. Ben is looking at him all the way. And you wonder why the defense isn't. I mean, you know that he's the guy they're going to go to down there. Here, Hines Ward, and they just kind of lost him.
Miller's caught 8 tonight. Ward's caught 9. They go for 2 to try to get within a field goal. Pittsburgh has scored on its last 3 possessions, 2 TDs and a field goal, to try to make it now a 3-point game and a 2-point conversion. A floater, a fade, and it is Ward for the touchdown. What a catch! Reggie Nelson, the rookie, is right there. There is a flag down.
Holding, offense, number 61. 10-yard penalty, retry.
That's Sean Mahan, the center, an offensive hold. But Hines Ward, that is just a fabulous catch.
And a fabulous throw. I mean, that whole thing was a great play, and all for naught. But doesn't Hines Ward just look like the ultimate competitor? And here's Sean Mahan that they call holding on. See the center, I think he's okay there, he's okay there. He cut, I don't see it, but we'll look at it from this angle. I don't know that he held. I don't know that Sean Mahan held.
I didn't see it.
No.
Not enough to make the call.
No, I mean, and take that great throw and great catch by Hines Ward away.
And they'll still go for 2, despite the fact they have to do it now from the 12-yard line. 5 receivers from this set. Ben's going to try to run it into the end zone. And he'll only get about 9 of the 12 yards. So he can't do it, but it does make it a 1-possession game, 28-23. And a lot of this taking place. There's a lot of jawing going on. Of course, these 2 teams met 3 weeks ago in a tight, hard-fought game. Same thing tonight.
Well, this is their season. I mean, everything goes down to 10 minutes.
It's the playoffs. You can tell.
The hard-hitting action of American football continues on NASN with the Wild Card playoff round. The march to Super Bowl 42 begins right here, and NASN has full live coverage of the NFL playoffs. live NFL wildcard playoffs later today. Coverage begins with NFL Countdown on NASN.
XGames.com is the year-round online destination for action sports from around the world. We've got the latest vids, bios, photo galleries, and news 24/7, 365. Moto, BMX, skate, rally, surf, and the exclusive home of the X Games. If it happened in the world of action sports, it'll be on XGames.com. Bookmark it and log on early and often. Anytime, any place. XGames.com.
For Wilson baseball gloves and much more, visit NASN.com.
The hard hit.
Largest fourth quarter deficit ever overcome by a winning team. You'd go back to the 49ers against the Giants in that crazy game with the botched snap in 2003. 16-point deficit. Steelers were down 18 points at the start of this quarter. They're now down 5 with a ton of time left. 10:25, and Reed to send it down to Starks. Scott Starks from the 10, ooh, and gets buried at the 24. That's Carey Davis, the fullback, who's seen some action tonight at the running back spot with 3 carries with a bomb here.
Well, everything is so important. Every play is so special. Every play is so big. We always talk about, what the offense is doing or the defense, but you can't forget you still need big plays or good plays by your special teams. Now, I think this should be, can the Jaguars run the ball and can the Steelers stop the run?
Fred Taylor is the running back. They begin with Taylor through the middle, chugging his way. Flag comes in. Taylor gets up. It's going to be a hold against Jacksonville, so this one will come back.
Holding. Offense. Number 85. 10-yard penalty. First down.
On the outside, that was the tight end, Richard Angulo.
And again, they know that when Polamalu comes up, you have to get him. And that's what Angulo is coming in to get him, because you have to get that guy that is going to be the penetrator. That is a tough block that Angulo had to do there.
Set on a wing, had to come inside. Light rain now. Holmes getting the crowd excited, as if they need anything to get them excited. 1st and 20 from the 14. Taylor. And Taylor gets pushed back before he can reach the 20-yard line. 2nd down and long. Lamar Woodley in on the tackle.
Yeah, that's where a penalty, and I was just saying, that's where a penalty kills a team like the Jaguars. When they get 1st and 10, they have to be able to control the ball, to run it with their big offensive line and great runnings back, and then they get in these long yardage situations, and that kind of takes away the call of a run. I don't know that this can be a running down, nor can the 3rd down be a running down.
2nd and 15. Garrard intercepted at the 47 by Ike Taylor. And Taylor escapes a Wolford tackle inside the 30, inside the 20, taken down by the quarterback at the 16-yard line.
Great defense, but it was all caused by that penalty. They put him in a down and distance situation where the Steelers could rush the passer and play pass defense. And that's exactly what number 24, Ike Taylor, does. He was just playing back there. He was playing zone. And you see, he just stay as deep as the deepest on your side. The ball is overthrown. He's right there for it. That's the big play right there, that hold. That was a penalty. That put him in that situation where they had to do that.
There aren't only 3 interceptions during the entire regular season. 2 tonight. At the 16. Down by 5. Roethlisberger to the outside. That's caught by Davis, who made that big tackle on special teams. He is stopped at about the 8-yard line. Second down, short 2.
I see Ben wants to get huddled up now because you don't need that tempo. You use that. You use the no huddle to change the tempo. And changing the tempo, you got the momentum on your side. You have things going. Now just keep everything under control. This is a power formation. They have 2 tight ends and 2 backs, only 1 wide receiver.
Davenport's the running back. He'll get it, and he'll be close. Second half comparison, you can see Ward and Miller each with 5 catches. Miller with a touchdown. They've been the guys in the red zone.
And they were the guys that really got this Steeler offense going, too. You know, that there was there for a while that they were kind of stumbling around offensively, and Ben got them going with those 2 guys.
Looks to be a little short. 8:03. Six and a half links. Third and that much.
Ben's trying to quiet him down now. You know, that's great. We love that. We love the terrible towels when we're on defense, but when we're on offense, let's just kind of everyone calm down so we can get a touchdown here.
And it has.
And I think if they do get a touchdown, I think they have to go for 2 again, don't you?
It would make it 29-28. They would. Roethlisberger is going to try to lunge for a first down, and he's going to get it.
I think it was that second lunge that got it, Al. That first one, I don't know that he had it, and then he got another push, and that's why you like a 240-pound quarterback.
And there's a flag down.
First down.
Against the defense. He picked it up. It was dropped. No penalty on the play.
That's how he does it there. He doesn't have it yet. He doesn't have it now. Now he gets it right there at the end.
Little assistance from Davenport.
Well, you need that too. You need 241 pounds, and every now and then you need a little assistance.
From the 5 on first down and goal. Fake toss to Davenport. Ben's going to throw. Catch is made to the 1. Hines Ward has now caught 10 balls tonight. Reggie Nelson makes the tackle. And again, it's been Ward and Nelson all night long.
Nelson ought to back off, and Hines Ward, you know, he knows better. I mean, Hines is just a tough guy and a great competitor, and, you know, he knows better. But he's not going to let anyone show him up either. Here it is, a bootleg. You know, the Jaguars played it well. And again, you fake to the left, the bootleg, the quarterback comes out to the right, and the receiver crosses the field.
Second and goal at the 1.
Second down and goal.
You know, there's not a lot of warriors as wide receivers. That guy right there is one.
Roethlisberger roll to the right, has that one tipped. And it's incomplete. The pressure was put on. It's Reggie Hayward who came in and got a hand on it, setting up a 3rd down and goal.
Now, had they not done that on the play before, I thought that would have been a good play here. You know, bootleg where you have the option to run it in or throw it. And I still think that's the way they should go. Something where Ben is on the move with a play-action pass, and he can either run it himself or throw it.
Davenport in motion. Davis in the backfield. And that pass is tipped again. And that's Carey Davis, who is the intended receiver, but that was tipped by Hayward. You know, we mentioned before, Ben Roethlisberger only had 3 passes tipped all season. Take a look at this one. The last one was tipped. No, this one wasn't tipped. It was Hayward who jumped up.
I think he just dropped it.
He just absolutely.
No. This is just a drop. I mean, this is a perfect pass
right there.
And he just drops it.
And they're going to go for it.
I don't know. I mean, I think you have to say it now. I don't know that I agree with this. I think I would kick a field goal here.
To make it a 2-point game,
Right.
but he's going to go for the lead. 4th down and goal from the 1. A fade, and that's Ward, and there's a flag. And Ward is going to be the beneficiary of a hold by Brian Williams, and Williams turns around and argues his case that he had his face mask grabbed.
Right, and it's an automatic first down if it's against the defense.
Interference, defense, number 29. Ball will be placed on the 1-yard line. First down.
1st and goal.
Here's the interference right there. And again, the ball's in the air. You know, you can hit the guy the first 5 yards, but you have to get off him, and you can't have contact with him while the ball is in the air.
And Ward had his hand turned around, but he clearly got it in over the top of the face mask. No question. So you could see what Williams was arguing. To no avail. 1st and goal from the 1. Davenport. No signal yet. Now a touchdown. And the head linesman comes in, but I think the umpire is saying, no, he's not in. So the head linesman came in. The umpire, Quirk, says, wait a minute, I had a better angle of this. And Scott Green will bring them off to the side. At worst, the ball will be on about the 2-inch line.
Rolling on the field is a touchdown.
So Mark Baltz, as the head linesman, overrules Jim Quirk, the umpire, and it is ruled a touchdown.
Davenport just starts to the right, then cuts back in the middle. And again, it's where he goes down, where the ball is when his knee goes down. Did the ball break the plane before he was any part of his body other than his feet or hands touched the ground?
Del Rio could challenge, but I don't think he would win it. They're going to go for 2 here with a 1-point lead to try to make it a 3-point lead. With 6:21 to play. They're going to run a fade to the other side for Washington, and that's going to be broken up by Sammy Knight. But the Pittsburgh Steelers, who were down by 18, have overcome that deficit to lead Jacksonville 29-28.
It's called football, but it's actually a game of hands. Those blessed with a great pair of mitts make the toughest catches routine.
When things go right, they really go right.
Great hands guys are especially valuable in the end zone, where they'll do whatever it takes to haul in a touchdown pass.
What a catch by Marvin Harrison! Touchdown! Touchdown!
XGames.com is the year-round online destination for action sports from around the world. We've got the latest vids, bios, photo galleries, and news 24/7, 365. Moto, BMX, skate, rally, surf, and the exclusive home of the X Games. If it happened in the world of action sports, it'll be on XGames.com. Bookmark it and log on early and often. Anytime, any place. XGames.com.
Yankee fans.
Never make it to the playoffs, never make it to the Super Bowl. It's tough. It's the NFL. It's what it's supposed to be. It's more magnified now. You know, every play counts. And, you know, you don't want to be that guy on that one play that makes a mistake. There is no tomorrow. The loser goes home. That's the difference.
What a game this turned out to be. 29-28 Pittsburgh. There's Jones-Drew, who had been in the middle. Then he was on the far side. Now they try to sneak him over here to the near side. Lee's been trying to kick away from him, and he does in the middle. This is Scott Starks fielding it at the 9-yard line. And a great tackle out in the open field at the 21-yard line by the running back, Gary Russell. Garrard, 3 picks during the regular season in 325 attempts. 2 tonight in 14 throws.
You know, I still think they have to be balanced, though. They have to mix run and pass. They still have plenty of time. Over 6 minutes here, they don't have to go where they pass every down.
From the 22-yard line. Flag and a false start on the left side. That's Khalif Barnes. And it's so loud that the offense prone to a situation like that. And Barnes with a false start.
Offense, number 69. 5-yard penalty.
There's the old 12th man. You said they didn't want the noise on when they had the ball, but they sure want the noise when their defense is in there. They got it, and it just picked them up 5 yards. Now, this is a big thing because the Jaguars, as long as they're 1st and 10, 2nd and 5, 3rd and 2, they're okay. When they get in long yardage situations, they've been having trouble all night.
1st and 15. They've been outgained by a 3-to-1 ratio in this half. Garrard underneath, not much. Caught by Taylor, stopped at the 19-yard line. Gains a couple, it'll be 2nd down and 13.
They didn't even get the penalty back yet. I mean, that was good coverage. I mean, David Garrard wasn't trying to do that. He was trying to get the ball out here to the left side. He had real good coverage on this side. There was nothing there, so he had to come back and go to his check down.
Jones-Drew comes in. 5:40 to go. Garrard flushed out, then throws, and it is dropped by Greg Jones, the fullback. Wide open, had it, would have had a 1st down. Instead, 3rd and 13.
This was good by David Garrard. I mean, he did what he had to. You know, he got out there, bought some time with his legs, threw the ball to Jones, and again, Jones let it get too close to him. I think that ball hit him in the face mask.
3rd and 13 from the 19-yard line.
Jaguars don't have a lot of 3rd and 13 plays.
Protection's good. And the pass is good, and the flag is thrown as Northcutt catches it up at the 36. Garrard, the best in the league in pass rating on 3rd down, 128 and change. And he converts here.
Illegal contact. Defense, number 26. Penalty is declined. 1st down.
Deshae Townsend.
And that was a big play by David Garrard here, and he got pretty good protection. And part of it, again, is Jones-Drew here. You know that the Steelers are going to blitz. He gets just enough of his guy, but look at the time Garrard had to wait, to get that in there, and to step up and throw it.
17-yard gain on a 3rd and 13. Now to the ground. Jones-Drew. Up to the 39. That's a gain of 3.
Yeah, that was a big play. That was a big 3rd down play because now they can get back into balance on down and distance, and they can still mix the run with a pass. I think that's important because when you can do that, one of these runners can break a big run. And the other thing, you can still have a chance at play-action pass. And you know one thing that they have to be thinking now, this is 4-down area. This play calling is going to be in terms of having 4 downs to get a 1st.
2nd and 7. Garrard flushed out, nearly sacked again. Looking, and then finally throws it out of bounds. Everybody covered. And that'll set up another key 3rd down, 3rd and 7.
You know, Jack Del Rio has been big all year and going for it on 4th down, and you know that he's going to do it in this situation. And you know, even has third down runs knowing that you're going to go for it on fourth down. But now I think it's third and too long. If it were like third and 3 or 4, he would probably run it, knowing that he would have 2 runs to get a first.
Now you've got Nick Eason, who gets shaken off for Pittsburgh, the defensive end. So we have an injury stoppage here. But a look at Easton, we can tell you this wild card game being brought to you by Toyota Moving Forward, by Old Spice Red Zone, by Verizon Wireless. Get all the football action from NBC Sports right on your VCast phone, and by Zedia. John, I think if they don't get a yard here on 4th and 7,
they're going to have to punt.
I think they're going to have to punt. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm just thinking about these. They have all of their timeouts. They have the 2-minute warning. If you get to 4th and 1 or 2, then he's going to have a hell of a decision.
I would think if he got to 4th or 1 or 2, he would go for it because that's what he does. That's who he is. That's what this offense is. Now with the incomplete pass there, unless his third down lets him about a yard short, I would agree that they have to punt on 4th down.
Ball is at the 39. With 4:11 to play. Again, each of the teams with all of their timeouts remaining.
Yeah, so just needing a field goal, the Jaguars, and having over 4 minutes and all your timeouts remaining, that's a lot of time.
3rd and 7. Steelers creeping up, but they rush only 4. And Garrard's going to get spun down and sacked by Lamar Woodley. Harrison then takes the ball, but the play was blown dead at the 32-yard line. And now there's no question they have to punt. On 4th and a mile, a big sack by the rookie number 2 draft choice out of Michigan, Woodley.
You know, when we were talking to Mike Tomlin the other day, he said he was going to play Woodley a lot. He felt that, you know, that he was ready, and, you know, he's a big, strong body, and he felt that he needed him in this game.
Podlish the kick. This is a good one. Backs Wilson up to the 15-yard line. And then the coverage knocks him out of bounds at the 22-yard line. So you have 3:43 remaining and all of the timeouts at Jacksonville's disposal. Jones-Drew combined yardage tonight. He had that 96-yard return to set up the first touchdown. Mathis with 2 picks of Roethlisberger in the first half. You saw Ben's numbers. The Steelers, though, in the second half have outscored the Jaguars by 15 to lead 29-28. The ball at the 22-yard line. So Del Rio now forced into a situation where he's going to have to use his timeouts on defense and stop Pittsburgh. At the 22-yard line. Here's Davenport. Not bad on first down. Gain of 5 up to the 27-yard line.
And we talk about offense and defense, and if you're a good offense or a good defense, and this is when you prove it. I mean, everything's on the line. Your whole season's on the line now. And if the Jaguars can stop them and get the ball back, they can, you know, maybe win this game and, you know, keep playing. If the Steelers can get a couple of first downs here, they can win this game and keep playing.
Del Rio choosing not to use the timeout here after a 5-yard gain. So Pittsburgh milking the clock. Roethlisberger will take the play clock all the way down. Takes it down to 4. Here's Davenport. That's a big stop. Now does he take the timeout here? He should.
I would, yes.
And does. Timeout. So when we come back, the Pittsburgh Steelers will have a 3rd down and 6 with 2:56 remaining. 29-28 Steelers.
From the people who brought you College Game Day and the worldwide leader in sports comes the biggest thing to hit college football in years, College Football Live. A new way to get your fix every weekday with breaking news, exclusive interviews, and packed full of previews and predictions. Get ahead of the game every weekday with College Football Live on NASN.
point, they were down by 18 points. Now up by 1. Big play coming here. 3rd down and 6 as they try to convert. If they do, they put the Jaguars in a very tough spot, having to use their timeouts. If they don't, plenty of time for the Jags. 2 timeouts and the 2-minute warning.
He's either going to get rid of the ball quickly here to one of his 5 receivers or run a quarterback draw. Up there it is.
And right now he's going to run to the left side, turn it back upfield, but be stopped well shy of the first down up at the 28-yard line. Sammy Knight comes in to make the stop.
Well, I knew they had organized runs for Ben, and that would be the situation there where you want that safe play, but you also want to get the first down.
And Jacksonville will take a timeout. So they have 1 remaining plus the 2-minute warning with 2:50 left.
Ben didn't do a very good job of selling here. You see he's pulling his guard, pulling the tackle out there. The tackle, Trey Essex, gets out there and waits for him, and he just cuts it up too soon.
Sammy Knight's been around a long time. He has seen everything.
Yes, he has, and he's played very well for this Jaguar defense when they had injuries, and then they needed a veteran to come in there and play that safety position for him, and Sammy Knight has been that guy.
Will it come down to a Scobie kick?
I know what Jack Del Rio's talking about. I mean, the whole season, you know, the off-season training camps, the preseason game, the whole comes down to this right now.
Sepulveda's kick. Northcutt moves up, takes the ball at the 34-yard line, and gets just about to midfield. They tackle him at the 49-yard line, and that's where that Jacksonville offense will take over with 2:38 remaining in regulation. Both guys coming in tonight, as we said, with quarterback ratings in triple figures. They were 2nd and 3rd in the league. But Garrard tonight, as you can see, 1 touchdown and the 2 picks. Roethlisberger, a tale of 2 halves, the 3 picks in the first half, and a great second half.
Yeah, he got it back. He lost it and then got it back again.
From the 49, they start with Jones-Drew in the backfield. Garrard deep over the middle and going down to the turf, but not making the catch is Wilford. Hits the ground. Wilford thought he had it, but the official comes in from behind and says, no, you didn't.
Ernest Wilford is running a good pattern there against his zone, and then he works back towards Garrard. Garrard leads him back, throws it down, which is what you have to do. And I don't know.
Officials got it right, though, because he used the ground to help him possess the ball. He didn't have possession before the ball hit the ground.
Anything was automatic. I never assumed that there was such a thing as a chip shot.
This is a 25-yard attempt. The rookie holder is Adam Podlish. Josh Scobie to try to put Jacksonville back on top by 2. Joe Zelinka will do the snapping. And the kick is good. Scobie bangs it through the uprights. You have 37 seconds remaining. Pittsburgh still down by 2, just has to get it within field goal range of one of the better kickers in the league, Reed, but in a stadium where you don't see that many long field goals.
Pretty good snap, good hole, got the laces away, and perfect kick. Yeah, that's a Jack Del Rio team. You know, no matter what happens, you just hang in there, hang in there, hang in there. And that 4th down play, that run, that was a great call and a great play by David Garrard to get that first down.
You know, there are a million things that go into a game, and you can second guess and say what would have, or could have, or might have, or should have. You know, but you can go back to say if Mike Tomlin would have kicked the extra point after he went for 2 and there was a penalty, and that put the ball back at the 12-yard line. And he did it again on the following touchdown when a run failed. You'd have a tie game, you know.
Well, you know,
candy
you
and
never
nuts
know.
and ifs and buts and all that stuff too.
You know, you never know when you go to that 2-point thing.
Right.
I mean, I've always felt when I was coaching, and we did have it in the old American Football League, that you didn't use it until the 4th quarter.
Well, the only thing I would say is that I agreed when he went for the 2-point.
And that could be, you know, like three completions could get him there.